This was a monumental year for the Bruce Trail Conservancy.
When COVID-19 first hit, we made the decision to close the trail, not knowing how it was transmitted. We quickly learned how important the Bruce Trail was for people's mental health and how important it was that we get it back opened as soon as it was safe to do so.
At the beginning of the pandemic, acquisitions, we were ready to place a pause on that.
What's amazing about the Bruce Trail community is that the donors stepped forward in a real way.
Our donations increased. Over 12,000 unique donations in this year, which is a record for us. When I think about what we did from a land acquisition perspective, it was because of our donors.
The Pine River Nature Reserve, altogether it's about 360 acres of preserved conservation land. It's actually a beautiful, mature sugar maple beech forest.
When I moved to Mulmer, I was enamored with the forest, but I also was disturbed by the fact that motorized vehicles were operating in this land.
What was more disturbing to me was the scarring of the landscape that was resulting from this use of the land. The Bruce Trail was a natural fit in terms of an organization that we could work with to protect this land.
Conservation is such an important part of our lives. It's more and more difficult to find places like this to make people feel better about life in general. It was a no-brainer to donate it.
We've been acquiring land all along the Niagara Escarpment since the 1970s. But every once in a while, there are acquisitions that really capture people's imagination. Maple Cross Nature Reserve at Cape Chin was one of those. 523 acres of landscape.
There are very few of these large contiguous properties left on the Bruce Peninsula. It's important that we secure them when we can. So interestingly, Cape Chin came on the market.
Had that property been purchased by someone else, it would have been lost forever. And thanks to the early support of our donors, we were able to have the courage to then reach out to the larger community and ask for support in this amazing acquisition.
It was once in a lifetime, and so it really is a joy to share. Now people can explore this beautiful property, and I really hope that all of our donors feel like they're part of something big, because this land now is preserved in perpetuity.
You think about the tens of thousands of people who are going to experience this, and that's really powerful.
Oh, it makes me want to preserve more, actually.
Decades in the future, this is going to be a moment in Bruce Trail history where the pandemic occurred and two massive nature reserves were created at the same time.
Nobody could have forecasted what this pandemic was going to do to people, but it seems to me that it has brought out the best of people, whether it's through their generosity in their funds, generosity in donating land. It has been astonishing, and we're very, very grateful.
The community around the Bruce Trail Conservancy is as diverse as our forests are. And it's as if the volunteers, the donors, the members, it's all of us together bringing what we can to make a difference for securing the trail forever.